Welcome, B Stellar Crew. Another Wednesday.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? We got a great show for you guys. We're just gonna talk about random stuff, okay? And we're gonna start off with
Opportunities.
opportunities. Opportunities is
So, as an entrepreneur, you're always looking for opportunity, I think. I think people that are getting into businesses, trying to start something, they think opportunities like fall in their lap and then everything's gravy. Like from the beginning, you know what I mean? Because you have this awesome idea, right? But you don't understand the groundwork it takes to get that up and going, and you don't understand like the hardships you go to. So, like to be transparent for me, for example, right? I'm trying to run two new businesses on top of my construction business, which I'm trying to mold and fold into somebody else's business to kind of take that extra weight off of myself so that I can be effective. Because I still like construction. But in doing so, construction is how I make a paycheck. So in these other businesses, as I'm building, I'm not quite making the paycheck to sustain myself, right? So having to go through cutbacks and cut out things that aren't necessities, right? Which, you know, a lot of people look at and go, oh, I'm losing things. And I look at it as, I didn't need that anyway. You know what I mean? So it's actually a lesson. It's actually a lesson in it because it teaches you, you don't need everything that you have, and you don't need everything that you want.
yeah, you gotta cut off the unnecessary stuff.
Right, but it teaches you that. It's so, I look at it as, is it frustrating? Oh, bro, yeah. Is it stressful? 100%. But is it worth it? Oh, yeah.
It's needed.
It's needed.
It's needed, yeah.
And you just got to take it as a
that
lesson.
weight.
100%.
It's that weight.
And so, you know, opportunity. Do you take that opportunity? Are you going to have to sacrifice? Yes. You're going to have to sacrifice something for an opportunity. Everyone does. And so that's the first thing that you have to understand as an entrepreneur, as somebody who's going to start business. There's going to be a certain amount of sacrifice that's going to come with it. You know, is everyone going to agree with you? No. Are there people that are going to be mad at you? Yes. Are people going to be hurt? Probably.
Who cares, though?
Yeah.
Who cares? Be you.
You have to do, you know, like, oh, I'm part of a lot of Facebook groups, right? There's one on there this morning. I didn't answer it because I always look at the comments. If there's like 100 comments, I'm like, I'm not commenting because they're not going to read it anyway, probably by then. But normally my comments sarcastic and not helpful. But he was like, how do you know when it's time to quit your job? And I wanted to put when you think it's time to quit your job.
Yeah.
If you're like thinking about quitting your job, you should probably start looking for another job because be happy. You know what I mean? Like, there's sacrifice though.
Or you should seek out the opportunity to do something other than a job.
Well, yeah.
What if the opportunity presented itself where you can make, I don't know, let's say $5,000-10,000 in a couple hours of your time? How would you look at that? Would you look at it as opportunity, or would you look at it as a scam?
Pyramid.
Pyramid to most people, treasure to some people, right?
Pyramid. Well, you know the thing about the pyramids. Think about the Egyptian pyramids. They still don't know how they built that crap. There's my phone going off. They still don't know how they built that. You know what I mean? So think about that. Pyramids are illegal. Not endorsing pyramid schemes at all. Okay.
Get involved in a good pyramid scheme to make yourself some money.
No, but think about the way that things are built, businesses are built, right? People always make money off of other people.
Yeah.
Right? Now, pyramid schemes suck or are stupid because they're like, hey, buy 1,000 steak knives for $10,000 and you have the potential to make $20,000. Right?
If you sell them.
If you sell them.
Yeah.
So, pyramid schemes are stupid. But at the same time, let's look at opportunity, right? There's a lot of multi-level marketing things out there. Multi-level marketing isn't necessarily bad. Depends on which one you're in. There are bad multi-level marketing
I think every
things
one
out
of
there.
them can teach you different things.
Exactly. What are you looking for?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What are you looking for? Because if you look like in the insurance world, right? Unless you're working for big name insurance as just an agent, that you make a base pay, make a little bit of commission, things like that, you're probably going to be stuck there until your broker retires and you have the money to buy the brokerage. But if you look at all of the ones that are out there, most of them are multi-level marketing, right? and how it works is that you make passive income off of those people. And we talk about this a lot. Talk about McDonald's, right? If you go in, you talk to the cashier, guess what? The manager makes more than the cashier. The regional manager makes more than that manager. The owner makes more than that owner. So,
So
guess
wait,
what?
wait, wait.
There's
So what you're
multiple
saying-
levels of income.
What you're saying, that somebody on top always makes more money because they've been in longer, they got more experience? That's crazy,
I
man.
know.
Are you serious?
Pyramid.
I think that's a pyramid, man.
Move to Egypt.
The only difference between multi-level marketing and a regular corporation is this. Okay, if you go to a regular corporation, you start off on the bottom. Most likely you're gonna make like 15 bucks an hour, something like that. Okay. On the other hand, if you go to a multi-level marketing business and you start out on the bottom, you're gonna make more money off of a sale per sale, okay, than everybody in your
You could
call it
make $2,000 or
whatever you want.
$3,000 a week. That's more than what some people make in a month working a job.
Yeah.
The difference is you have to be motivated enough to go, okay, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to,
It's self-motivating.
I hate saying it like this, but I'm going to sell myself. Not like as a prostitute, but I'm going to go sell myself
Yeah.
as, hey, I have this awesome product and let me present it to you. Right? So, we do,
It's not guaranteed they're
We-
gonna buy it.
yep, we've started working in solar. We do financial services. In financial services, we work with over 100 A-rated companies. And multi-level marketing has nothing to do with the companies we work with.
There's nothing.
Nothing to do with it. Has nothing to,
It's an
but we
internal
get,
pay structure.
right,
That's
but we
it.
get people that we sit down with, and they're like, "Oh, you're multi-level marketing." I'm like, "Dude, that's the way I get paid. It literally has nothing to do with what I'm showing you.
Yeah, it's
I'm
nothing
showing
to
you
do
a
with
product from a national A+ rated company that you can literally go to their office and buy the same product. The difference is I'm an independent contractor. Don't worry about how I get paid because you're not giving me a dime. You will never give me money. The company will give me money because I gave you an amazing product. That has nothing to do with you. And I think people need to, that's why the internet sucks. I love the internet, but the internet
Because everybody
sucks.
has an opinion. Well, I'm all about people having their opinions, but people just because you didn't succeed, like if I don't succeed in something, I look at myself and I go, okay, why didn't I succeed in that? Like I was gonna do 20 years in the Marines. I did only 10, I got out. I had people tell me you gave up, right? You gave up. Now, I don't look at it as I gave up. I look at it as it wasn't a fit for me anymore. So what am I gonna do? Wait 10 years, wait around, stick around, waste 10 years of my life to get a retirement, right? People change, right? So sometimes things can, it's okay to change. It's okay to think differently. It's okay to try something new. It's okay to seek out a new opportunity. If that one don't work, it's okay to seek out another one. It's okay to try 10 different things before you find one that fits you.
Because you're only quitting on yourself.
You're quitting on it. I mean, sometimes I think back, it's like, man, like right now I look at it, I've been out of the Marines almost 3 years, and I'm like, man, I would have been in 13 years right now. 7 more years, and I would have had a full retirement for the rest of my life. Right? Medical, dental, all that crap. But then I look at it right now, what have I gained in the last 3 years?
Mhm.
What have I gained? I'm building something for my family. I'm not building something for somebody. Plus, they would have kicked me out anyways. Vaccine mandate.
Right.
They would have kicked me out.
And did
right?
you see that now, like they're seeing like different like effects of all those vaccines?
We're not gonna get into that right now. We're gonna be here for another 3 days.
Trump's running for president again.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just throwing stuff out there. I'm seeing what bites.
I don't want to talk about
Vaccines,
politics.
Trump. Is this 2020?
It's 2019 all over again. Yeah, but opportunity, guys. It's okay to seek out opportunity. It's okay to go try something new. If you hate your freaking job, go start something on the side.
If you hate your life, go start something new.
Yeah. go
If you
start
hate your
something.
attitude,
Try
go
it.
start something new.
Try it.
Be different.
99% of people don't figure out who they want to be, who they are, and I don't blame them because it's hard, man. It's hard to figure
It's a
out.
lot of
Like
self-reflection.
you put like 1 year into something, then you failed, and you're like, holy crap, I just wasted a year of my life. And then it's like, do I stop? Okay. Do I keep going? Do I put another year in? Do I put another 2 years in? You disagree with somebody. You're supposed to be by yourself, but people still telling you what to do. You tell them go screw themselves. then you got controversy, you got negativity, you got, it's just crazy, man. It's just
So life.
so it's life. Yeah, it's life. So what are you willing to put up with at the end of the day? Okay, if you're building something for yourself or your family, what are you willing to put up with? What are you willing to put
If
up
you
with?
know
Like,
that if you,
the
if-
bigger the opportunity, the bigger the controversy.
it's all about belief, man. It really is all about belief. Do you believe that you can accomplish what you've set out to accomplish? And it may look different on the back end than what you originally thought it should look like. Because there's going to be some compromises. There's going to be some things that you maybe aren't necessarily happy with. But do you believe that it's going to work? Yes, it's going to work. It's going to work. There's people all over the United States that have started businesses out of their garage
Yeah.
because they believe.
Most businesses start out of the garages.
No,
Amazon
100%.
started in a garage.
Nirvana started out of a garage.
IKEA started in a garage.
There's a lot of
Can
businesses.
you keep it going?
Jeff Bezos started out of a garage.
That's Amazon. I already said that.
I said Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Did you
Anyways,
say Amazon?
But there's so many
I thought you were
opportunities
talking about
out
the
there, guys.
rainforest.
You can do anything. If you like working with wood, start woodworking part time. If you hate your job, okay, start building picture frames, chairs, couches, whatever the hell you want to build out of wood. Start doing it part time on the side. If you're working 40 hours a week, you're not taking the full opportunity that's in front of you, man. If you're like Netflixing 6 hours a day, you're watching all these TV shows, watching all these drama shows. Think about it, what you're watching. Every show you watch now, there's what, drinking in it, drugs in it, there's hoes in it. You're feeding your subconscious memory with BS. You're just wasting your time.
Well, because it's a show, so people are meant to succeed in the show. It's a false sense of reality, is what it is. Like that's what's wrong with people trying to fall in love nowadays, is because they watch these shows and the men or the women never have to worry about paying their bills. They live in this fancy apartment, and their life is decided on, oh, I missed my cab. You know what I mean? But they have the money to buy $10 coffees. These people are successful in these TV shows. And so now that's what people look for. They're like, oh, we're going to meet. We're going to have a little meet cute. We're going to fall in love. Everything's going to be grand.
It's false reality.
It's
man.
false reality, man. Because,
It's
guess
false
what?
reality.
Guess what? In marriage, you fight with your spouse.
Yep.
In business, you have disagreements with your business partners.
Yes.
In your finances,
Like me and you, man, we have disagreements all the time,
sure.
right?
Yeah. Because you're from a
I
different...
punch him in the face, he punches me in the face. At the end of the day, we hug it out and move on. Nothing gay though, but we just hug it out and move on. Okay, so that's it.
Oh, God.
We try to be stellar every day, right?
But-
Try to.
No, but for real, how do you look at life? Life is about perspective. It's about perspective. It's about, what am I trying to accomplish? I have to take this day by day. Guess what? It took a long time for me to go, because I've messed up in life. I've screwed some stuff up bad. We were talking about it right before the podcast.
Yeah.
I've screwed some things that I will never get back. And I've ruined some things. And after those things, man, it took me years to forgive myself, to believe in myself again. But at one point, I had to. At one point, I had to say, I can't change what I've done, but I can change who I am. And I can change what I'm doing. And I've worked on that. And I've worked at removing negative energy out of my life. From myself, from other people. I try to call people out on being negative. Do I have negative days? Yeah.
Oh, dude.
But, I do try to, hey, okay, I can't change that person, but I can change my focus and my perspective. I'm not going to let it stop me from seizing my day. That's what I want to do, is seize my day. Is every situation work in my favor? No. Do I believe God's good and the things that don't work out in my favor, that I think aren't working out in my favor, are going to work out for my good? Yes. I believe that God has a great plan for me, and He's setting something up so that at this time next year, I'll have a different story. And I can reference back to this point and say, remember where I was last year? This is where I am now. And that's the point of the whole podcast. I hope that you listeners are listening now, and a year from now you're still listening. And you take this journey, and you go, wow, these guys went from here to here, and I was there, and I witnessed it, and then you believe in yourself that you can do the same thing.
Yeah, and
That's
you
the
will,
whole
and you
point.
will see us rise up and go up when it comes to podcasts, when it comes to other businesses, when it comes to income, the places we live, the places we go. Everything will increase. Everything's going to get better. I'm a firm believer of that because I refuse to believe that because this is all that is. I refuse to believe. Like there's opportunities that pop at us all the time. We talk about them, and we gotta pick and choose. That what comes at you came at you for a reason. Every person you meet, okay, you meet them for a reason. I don't believe in coincidences. Okay, so if you go out there and you're just strolling through life and you don't believe in opportunity, you're absolutely wrong. Every person you come across can change your life. Okay, it can be an opportunity that you not recognize now, but if you switch the way you think, you would recognize it and maybe it would change your life.
And that's the whole thing is you have to think about people being an opportunity. You know, you meet those people, maybe they need what you're working on in your garage. All you gotta do is you gotta be brave enough to
Mention it.
to mention it. You gotta be brave enough
Talk about
brave
it.
enough to be like, hey man, you looking for a new chair? I make chairs.
I'm building chairs.
Oh man,
Well, actually, yeah, I'm actually a supplier. I'm a buyer for a huge furniture store, man. How many can you make?
100%.
Can you open up a factory?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool, I need like 100,000 of those.
I was in a national gas station last night, and I happened to ask the lady. I said, you know, have you guys looked at solar options for your business? She said, we actually just got solar. I was like, ding. Instead of being like, oh man, I missed out. I'm like, okay, which one can I go to next?
Yeah,
Which one can I find next that doesn't have it yet that's going to need it? And when can I get in on that deal?
Opportunity instead of negativity. Right
100%.
there. Instead of thinking like, oh man, I'm too late for this one, it's like, how many other ones do not have this?
Right, unless they are looking, because that points out to me that they are looking for it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I was talking to Travis last night, and he said, remember every no, you know what no stands for? Next opportunity. And I was like, dang,
yeah, that's cool.
that's great.
I never heard of that one.
Yeah, next opportunity. Let's go. You know what I mean? Let's go to the next opportunity. Because just one no is not going to ruin your life.
No,
And I've learned that. You know, like, so there's an Adam Sandler movie, and he's talking about dating, but I've taken this in life. It's stand-up comedy, and he goes a little further with it, but he says, I think it's Adam Sandler, it's a comedian, pretty sure it is, but he says that he was talking about dating a girl or something, and he was talking to his friend about it, and she was like, the worst thing that she could say is no. And he said that I went and asked her, and I came back to him, and I went, you're a liar. And he goes, what do you mean? He said, she didn't say no. She said, get away from me, you loser. He's like, that's way worse than no. But it's all about, she just said no. You know, she said in a warmer. But that's what people are going to say. What are they going to do? They're going to say no? You know, like, think about all the people that you know in your life, right? You got 1,000 Facebook friends. How many of those people you actually talk to?
Zero.
How many of those people actually reach out to you and they're like, hey, bro, how's it going? So if you have an opportunity and you present that to them and they ghost you or they don't answer you or, you know, they say no, they weren't talking to you anyway. Who cares what they think? Because they didn't care enough to think in the first place. They didn't care enough to reach out and go, hey, man, I haven't talked to you in a while. How are you doing? More than likely, actually, if you think about somebody and then you go on your Facebook, you're not even friends with them anymore. He'll say add friend, and you're like, oh, when did that happen?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, there's opportunities out there. There's people that are looking for the knowledge that you have, the wisdom that you have. And you don't have to go out there and push it on them, but just open up a dialogue.
Start a conversation. Start a conversation. It's unfortunately in today's world, and I was subject of it. Like I was scared, dude. I was scared to talk to people. I was scared, you know. I was happy in my little safety bubble, dude. I'm telling you, man. Ever since I started this entrepreneur stuff, my brain, my soul got beat up so much, dude.
It's hard, bro.
It's really hard. And it's not physically beat up. Like in the Marine Corps, we got physically beat up.
You can take a physical beating.
Yeah, that's way easier to take than mental beating.
Well, you know, they talk about, like, talk about that. Talk about emotional trauma. Eric Thomas talks about it. He talks about how, when you're 18, 20 years old, like, you can't blame everything on your mom and dad anymore.
No, you can't.
You have to take responsibility for your life now.
Yeah.
But it's hard because there are people, and I don't necessarily. Me and you have talked about this. We're a little bit different in our thought process than a lot of people are. There are people out there that suffer from emotional abuse and emotional trauma, and it's hard to. It takes years sometimes to overcome that. It takes years to overcome being called stupid for 20 years. Being told you can't do anything. It takes an extra belief in yourself to push past that. I'm telling you that you can. It's just going to take work. It's going to take a lot of self-reflection. And it's going to take, whoever that person, whoever those people were, get them out of your life. I don't care who they are.
Yeah, it can be your parents, it can be
they're
whoever.
toxic to you. Get them out of your life. Like, push them out. Maybe come back 20 years later. I don't know, but get them out.
Don't ever come back.
Don't
If
ever
you
come
succeeded without them, you don't need them. Who gives a shit?
back. Well, just like I said, depending on who it is. Like,
No matter who it is.
well, I know, but learn to forgive people. You don't have to go back to them. You don't necessarily even have
Well,
to
you can
forgive.
just-
But forgiveness is for you. It's not for them.
Yeah,
it's
like
for
I've
you to
forgiven-
move on.
Like, I've forgiven my dad for being who he is. It doesn't mean that I'm going to come back 20 years later and be like, hey, Dad, let's forget about everything. Every time you shit on me my whole life, let's forget about it. Let's throw it under the bridge. No. Some people need to realize that they fucked up. The issue is, I'll tell you something right now, like especially my culture. A lot of people where I come from, dads are terrible. Terrible fathers. Terrible. Me, my friends, I know a lot of them. You're talking like physical abuse, mental abuse, of my, of like them, of their mom and dad, whoever it is, right? Like, it's just a whole family gets abused consistently, right? And then at the end, it's like, well, it's my dad. No, fuck that.
Agreed.
I'm 100% against. Why would you let somebody shit on you your whole life and then at the end be like, oh, well, at the end it's my dad? Like, no. Like, nope. You gotta suffer the consequences, buddy. You don't get to see your grandkids.
But forgive them.
Yeah, forgive them.
Forgive them and move past
yeah,
it.
like,
Don't
yep,
let it dictate your
I'm
whole life.
over it, but it's like, I'm not gonna pretend nothing happened.
Sure.
Like, no, hell no. I don't work that way, man. Some people just need to be told where they messed up. It has to be that way. They need to know.
And if they need to apologize. Like, they need to apologize and attempt.
Apology don't do shit, man.
Hold on. Let me finish. They don't. And you're right. Words are words. Actions. The old saying, actions speak louder than words. If you see them, though, consistently trying to change and be different, give them the opportunity to be different. But call them out on their bullcrap, too.
Oh,
don't
yeah.
don't let them get away with it. Be strong enough that, like, nope, that's not cool. We're not doing that. You know what I mean? Because everybody deserves an opportunity to change, but if they're, like, continually lying and saying one thing and then you're hearing another thing, dude, I got people like that in my life. I got people like that right now that if they would try to talk to me again, I'd be like, nope, we're done. 100%,
Yeah.
we're done. Because I have given the opportunity for you to be different. And you've said things to me. And I've heard other things. And I'm done. I don't want to mess with it anymore. It's too much drama. It's too much, like, no. I'm tired of listening to it. Like, I'm so focused on my future, I don't want to focus on my past. What can I do today? Not what I can't change yesterday, man. I would love to. I would love to wake up and be 13 years old again.
With
And
his
know
brain.
what I know now.
With his brain, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I would love to. Like, that would be great. But you know what? It's not possible. It's not. Unless, hey, if you have a time machine out there and you're listening, hit me up. Right? For sure. But,
We can have a podcast on time machines as well.
right. You gotta go 88 miles an hour back to the future. No, but for real, we all wish that there was a time machine. We all wish we could change something. But at some point you have to say, how can I grow from that?
Well, that's the thing. Most people, when they hit, number one regret of older people, they're like, let's say, retire, is not taking opportunities that presented themselves. because they were scared,
Well,
because
so
they thought about what
s-
somebody else
they
said.
still hear that in their voice, so you can't do it. They still hear that voice, even though that person's been out of their life for years. They still hear you can't do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You can't do it.
Well, for those of you out there listening, you guys just remember, when opportunity presents itself, don't just shut it out. Think about it. Think about it, sit down, talk to that person that presented the opportunity to you.
And be honest about it.
It can change your life if you let it. Some of these things can change your life.
And be honest
let
about
it.
the opportunity. You might know nothing, and that person's presenting the opportunity. Don't sit there and go, "Oh yeah, dude, I'm down. I know all about it." Literally, you can be honest with people and say, "Listen, I love what you're saying, and this is something I really want to get into, but I am uneducated in some of this.
Teach me.
Teach me."
Yeah.
And then go read. You know, you don't have to go to the library and check books out anymore. They got this cool thing. They just invented it. It's called the internet. You heard of it?
Like 30 years ago. Man.
Google. Yeah. Use it.
In the Marine Corps, we used to call it Gunny Google.
Yeah.
Gunnery sergeant is the rank, right?
Yeah.
Gunny Google. Gunny knows everything, right? So
Mhm.
Gunny Google. So
Ask somebody though.
yeah, you need a Marine Corps order pulled up. Gunny Google. Marine Corps order, blah blah blah. That's what it says.
But I mean, take the opportunity. You know, like
Guys, there's so many industries out there. There's so many things that need people that might need you. So if you're out there stuck at a job you hate, with the boss you don't like, if you're stuck in a family you don't like, whatever it is, man, you can change your life around. Just make sure you look for an opportunity and you take that opportunity when it comes your way. It can really change your life.
just start with you. Start with yourself.
It always starts with
It starts
you.
with self-reflection, and sometimes that means laying there for long nights, accepting things that you have done. Because listen, if you've done bad things and you want to change your life, you have to accept that you've done bad things, and you need to make the proper apologies. You need to make the proper amends and say, "Hey, I was a crappy person." That's happened to me. I've had actually, like, I've done bad things to people when I was younger. Not like physical, but stuff that just kind of haunted me, you know, like, and like I'd see that person like 5 years later and like have to go to them and be like, "Hey, you might not remember this, but this many years ago I said this or I did this, and I want you to know I'm sorry." They're like, "Oh, I completely forgot." I was like, "Well, it bothered me because I shouldn't have done it."
No balls.
That's a lot of them, because most people won't do that. They'll run from it. I don't run from my failures, bro. I accept my failures and grow from them. That's the problem with a lot of people. They don't know how to accept that they failed and then learn how to be a success from it. We just continually want to throw that failure in people's faces. "Oh, remember 20 years ago when you did this?" No, I don't remember that bull crap. I've moved on from it. I accepted that I failed, and I've moved on. Why are you still holding on to it? You know, I've apologized to all the proper people. And once you do that, who cares what anybody else thinks? Most of the time, it was none of their business in the first place. And if they just want to be a crappy person and hold on to things that have nothing to do with them, by all means, carry it with you. Check your baggage at the door. I don't want it in my house. Do you know what I mean? But forgive yourself, forgive people, and then change, man. Change.
You gotta change. It starts with a change.
That's how you see opportunities. You stop dwelling on the missed opportunities.
Yes, because look at it, like if somebody presented something to you, let's say 5 years ago, and you're like, "Oh, no, I'm good," right? And now look where that person is. If they stuck with that opportunity that presented to you, and now they're way more successful than you are, you better look down and think about it.
Yeah.
Look down.
Why did you
in
miss the
yourself
opportunity?
And think about it. Like, what did I not recognize? What do I need for me to recognize next opportunity that presents itself?
Mm-hmm.
And also, don't be shy to call that person and be like, "Man, I'm seeing you're successful. What are you doing? Is that the thing you presented to me 5 years ago? Oh yeah, man. Man, you're killing it. You're crushing it. You're doing really good. Is it too late to join? Can I jump on this success train that you're on? How can I help you? How can I work with you, work for you?" Right?
The Success Conductor.
Figure it out, man. Dude, it's like...
That's the name of my book whenever I'm
Man.
older. The Success Conductor. Thank you.
Success
Yeah, it's
Conductor.
going to have like a picture of a train on it.
And success
Different
driving
car.
the train.
Yeah, and different car. Different, but don't steal this. Trademarked right now. The Success Conductor. I'm a millionaire in the next 5 years. The Success Conductor. And it's going to be just about successes and different differently. Who's the caboose? Are you going to be the caboose of my success? Or are you going to hop in and be in one of the cars that's hauling something with me? Because we got a destination. And
Yeah.
I'm writing a book right now. It's happening. We're going.
What's up, man? You need help?
I don't know how to write.
Mine's almost done. Well, these days you don't need to. There's people out there that you can like literally record yourself on a tape,
And they'll write the book.
send it to them, and they'll type it up for you.
That's nice.
It is nice. They didn't
Because
have that,
mine
like-
would have a lot of grammatical errors.
Imagine like writing a book in early
A lot of
1900s.
run-on
You got
sentences.
you got a typewriter. Like,
Oh, bro! Imagine being like a monk back in the day.
Yeah.
They'd have big 200-page books that were all handwritten and
so
like
crazy.
calligraphy that you can't even read nowadays. And that's our whole job for all day. Imagine the hand cramps, carpal tunnel back then. Jesus,
For
you know what I'm
writing.
saying? Yeah.
Well, now people get carpal tunnel from moving a mouse
I
around.
know.
you
King walks in. He's like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, carpal tunnel. No, too bad. Chop that hand off and do the use the other one.
Use the other
Learn to write left-handed."
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
because-
Man, that's
Dude, think about how far. Talk about opportunity. Think about how far society has come just since 1900. The year 1900. We're
Think how far it's
122
gotten
year
since-
letters. 122 years later. Think about what we have now that they predicted 60 years ago. You know what I mean? I think it was watched a video. Van Morrison. He's a singer, right? Yeah, but he talked about in an interview that one day there would be one guy, right? And he would be controlling machines and computers, having a whole concert with just himself, right? Now you have that. You have EPDM and all that stuff where, dude, it's just 100,000 people, one guy on the stage, and he's just doing his
Or
computer
DJ.
stuff, dude, and just killing it, everybody's waiting for the drop, techno music kind of thing.
yeah.
But they predicted that. They knew it was coming.
Nikola Tesla predicted cell phone back in the early 1900s. He said one day there's going to be a device that's going to be able to fit in a person's pocket.
Mhm.
You're going to be able to have instant communication with anybody in the world.
Mhm.
And people thought it was crazy.
Mhm.
Boom, cell phone. Everybody's got one.
Poor Tesla, man. That guy.
He comes from my country, right?
Yeah. He got walked all over.
He's half Serbian, half Croatian. Well, that's the thing. He didn't do it for monetary
He
gain.
was trying to produce free energy for people.
That's why they slandered him.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to give the world a free energy, so people that wanted to become rich off of it
Bro,
didn't let him.
look at solar though. Once you realize how much, because I was talking to a guy yesterday, and we were talking about solar. I was like, the great thing about solar is once you pay it off, it's yours, right? If you have a utility company, most people don't have two options for a utility company. Oh, I don't like this one, I'm going to go to the next one. No,
Yeah, yeah.
you have one utility company,
There's just
and guess
one,
what?
that's
They
it,
can
yeah.
just ream you
They can
whenever
do
they
whatever
want to
they want.
ream you, and you have no say in it whatsoever.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with a job. If you're an employee and that's your job, yeah, there's other jobs out there, but you might not feel like you can go to another job. So that boss can just
do
ream
whatever
you
they
all he
want.
wants. And what are you going to do? You going to quit? You going to quit? You going to quit your income? You going to quit? Is there another opportunity out there?
There's a lot of people that, you don't like it, quit.
And they won't quit.
They won't quit. No, it's like, why not? Just quit and go get another job.
Because people aren't financially stable enough to do that.
Sometimes you got to be less financially stable to be more financially stable in the future. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
Like I was fine in the Marines, man. I took a huge pay cut I get now. But
when they started doing things that were going against your moral compass.
yeah, sometimes you got to do things stand up for what you believe in.
I respect people who stand up for what they, even if I disagree with them,
Yeah.
I still respect the fact that they're brave enough to. I mean, some people stand up for some
Nobody does that
stupid
anymore,
stuff.
man. Nobody does that anymore.
Oh, they do. That's just dumb things. But I respect that they're standing up for they're just dumb. Like the Earth's flat.
Huh?
People believe the Earth's flat.
I don't know,
bro.
man. I watched a few of those videos. They
Oh,
got a
God.
good point.
No, Jesus.
They got a good point.
Earth's round.
Like they interviewed a pilot, right? They interviewed a pilot, and the guy goes, "You're a pilot, right?" He's like, "Yes, I am." He's like, "Have you ever had to adjust for the curvature of the Earth?" And the pilot goes, "That's a good question." He goes, Did you ever have to adjust your plane
We have pictures of Earth from space.
for the
It's
curvature of the
round.
Earth?" And I was like, I'm thinking about it, and the pilot's like, no, I haven't.
There's that guy that's on the Joe Rogan Experience, and he's talking about when you shoot a gun, 6,000 feet or whatever, that the Earth falls. So it's supposed to fall so many inches per 1,000 foot,
Yeah.
and that you don't have to like adjust for that. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know. Anyways, that's what he was saying.
Yeah, but you see it. That's different when you
Well,
see
you should
it.
be able to see it, is what he's saying. You
Oh.
shouldn't be able to see it by the way the Earth is,
6,000 feet?
or whatever, something like that. Don't quote me on it.
Yeah.
But by how far that it is, you shouldn't be able to see that target because
Of
it
the
should
curvature
fall.
of
It
the
should
Earth.
fall out of your line of sight because of the curvature of the Earth.
I don't know.
The Earth's pretty big, bro. Like,
Yeah, it's like right now it looks flat, but I'm sure it curves like 10 miles from now, a little bit.
I mean, it just, yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I watch those videos. And this is the thing. This is another thing. Okay, I have a TikTok, right? And I put some videos on there about this stuff. And some people talk about, what if there's aliens? What if the Earth is flat? What if this? What is that? Let me tell you something. That's all bullshit. Okay, it's all meant to distract you. And I'm gonna tell you now why. If there's aliens now, that means there were aliens since I was born, right? They didn't just show up right now, right? That means they were around for the past 36 years that I've lived on this planet. It did not affect my life in any motherfucking way. So, for me to be able to say, oh my God, there's aliens, what do I need to do now? Stop everything I'm doing? That's it. Hey, dude, the world is over. There's aliens, bro. Like, who gives a shit?
When is Zorg
Just-
coming back?
Look for opportunities, go out there, freaking grind, support your family, work for your wife and kids.
Be a good person.
Okay, be a good person, work hard, okay? Seek out new opportunities. Like, look for things. People that look for things, they find things, okay? If you're just sitting there expecting for things to happen, I don't give a shit who the president is. I don't care who the Speaker of the House is. I don't care if the election was rigged or stolen. I don't care if there's aliens. I don't care if the Earth is a triangle, okay? I am still going to grind.
The Earth is a pyramid?
Yes! Yes! I'm still gonna freaking grind. I'm still gonna go to work. I'm still gonna make money for my family, right? Like, these are all distractions. They're meant to slow you down. Like, who cares
Because
if the Earth
in
is
the
flat?
at the end of days, yes, we could all rise up and change the government, right? Let's be honest, we could. But here's the thing: if we all start being good to each other, being good people, being decent, like
Reach across the aisle.
it will change. If we all start giving each other opportunities to be better, you're going to have the people that are going to be sucky because they are out there. I wish that they weren't, but they are. But 8 times out of 10, people are just looking for somebody to help them. That doesn't mean monetarily. Sometimes they just need you to tell them, "Hey, man, you look good today."
Good day, man.
Yeah, or like, "Hey, you're gonna make it. Hey,
Yeah.
man, keep your head up." I have random people that I've never met, like on Facebook. I just randomly send them like, "Hey, dude, hope everything's going great for you." They answer me back, "No." Have I been ghosted a lot? Yes. Boo to all you ghosts. Boo. Just say don't talk to me anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's another thing. That's a whole other podcast. Ghosting people. Man up.
Yeah, we're gonna
Just
talk about
woman
that.
up, man up.
Maybe we can do next
Just
one
say
about that.
no. Like, try it. No. It's easy,
Yeah,
right?
but it's easier just to ignore somebody. It's like I said, we live in a new
Well, it's because
world.
it's a text
And
message.
I'm not gonna lie, I've ghosted people before. I still do
Oh,
it.
I'm sure that we...
Some random dude hits me up on Instagram, goes, "Hey man, I do a marketing agency. Can I market your website?" Like,
But do
I'm
you...
not
No,
interested.
here's the difference, though.
I tell them I'm not interested.
Okay,
right?
yeah, but... Or you just don't... I'm talking about people who answer you, and you have a conversation,
And then they stop talking.
and then they just stop talking to
Yeah.
you. For no reason. And you didn't even try to sell them anything. You didn't offer them an opportunity. You were just like, "Hey, bro, let's be friends." And then they're like, "Yeah, too busy." I'm like, well, good for you.
Okay, man, go watch Netflix.
Yeah.
Most
I get it.
people-
People are busy though, bro. I mean, I get it. Like,
Most people are not,
I don't have to be a top priority on everybody's list.
bro. Most people are not busy.
They're busy doing something.
So I'll tell you something right now. So I got 3 businesses. I go to school full time for a master's degree. I got wife. I got 3 kids. I got 24 acres I need to take care of. I need to cut wood to heat my house. Would you say that's a busy person?
Yeah.
I could have told you today that I'm busy for this podcast. Hey man, sorry, I gotta go do this. But I'm here.
Podcast is fun. I
Yeah,
like the podcast.
It is, but I'm saying, like, people message me, they're like, hey man, can I get 20 minutes of your time? I can't today. I can't tomorrow because my schedule is booked. Let me see what I can do for Friday.
Yeah.
I can squeeze you in at 9:30 in the morning. Are you free? Yes, I am. Cool. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, I tell people to check they're like, can you do 7:30? Oh, that's out of my hours. Well, then you're probably not worth my time.
Yeah, that's it.
That means you're working for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I have people like, do you work 24/7? Yeah, pretty much. Like I had somebody call me for my construction business. It says you're open 24 hours. Yeah. If you called me at 2 in the morning, I'd probably answer the
I'll
phone.
probably pick up, yeah.
Like I would be wondering why you were calling me, and it would need to be an emergency, but I would answer.
Yeah.
I've trained my mind to hear my phone in the middle of the night, just in case. But
I put my phone on silent from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m.
I don't, just in case somebody needs me.
I have to.
I've got my cape and my outfit. Throw it on, leave the house.
Superman.
Go save someone's day.
Superman?
Yeah.
If the building is falling, you just show up like Superman, hold it up, and
Sure,
yeah, I see that.
if it's possible.
I see that happening.
Yeah. Only once,
Only
but we
once.
don't talk about it.
All right, awesome. Well, guys, hey, we're gonna
Taking
bring this one-
opportunities. Yeah.
We bring this one to the end, and yeah, go out there, find opportunities. Okay, find it. It's not just gonna come slap you in the face. Sometimes it will, because we call people all the time, offer opportunities, and they're just too blind to see it. But
I don't want
most
those
of the
people
times,
anyway.
yeah, most of the times it won't happen. Okay, so go out there, seek it, find it, to make your life better, make your family's life better, make your wife's life better, children's life better. Build
Husband's
something for
life
your
better.
family. Build something for your family.
Whatever you
right?
got,
Yeah.
make it better.
Yeah, don't.
Don't be selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
well,
go-
be selfish to a certain extent. Watch out for you, because no one else is.
Yeah, but build
But
something.
be sure that you're watching out for those who rely on you as well.
Yeah, build something though. Make sure you're always building something for your family, not even for yourself. Like, I'm fine. Like, I can go live in the woods on 30, 50 acres, 100 acres in the middle of the woods somewhere. If I was by myself, had no wife and kids, and just live like that for the rest
Eat
of my life.
grubs. We were going to a close.
Yeah, I live like that for the rest of my life. But no, I want to build something. Therefore, I seek opportunities to be able to do that. So
100%. I want to leave something to my kids.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But hey, guys, you can find us on my website, alexanderstoys.com. Okay, you can find us on my apparel website, blackeagledesigns.com.
Spotify, Apple.
Spotify,
YouTube.
Apple, iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
Like, we're pretty much everywhere.
Look us up. Be Stellar Podcast. Tell your friends about us. Don't forget to be stellar. Improve your life. Improve your business. Improve yourself. Never stop trying.
And if you want to come on the podcast, message us. Our information is everywhere pretty much.
Yep.
And we're launching our Stellar website pretty soon. We're working on it right now. We will let you know whenever that's up. So
Absolutely. Tell your friends and family. Don't forget to be stellar.
always be stellar, and we'll talk to you guys soon.